right with this because you're at the beach. But other than that, it's a modest country, family.
Um, Rich Tab, what are your thoughts on Mark leaving?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know he left, and I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him. I haven't heard anything about him. Haven't thought about him, to be honest. If you're here in Tanzania and you are an expat or repat, diaspora, I feel like be a good example, fam. You don't want to make us look bad because people watching us. You know, we got YouTube channels and stuff like that. You know, you want to be a positive example. So, if things are not working out for you in the country and you getting a bad reputation, you're doing something, maybe you should go to another country. I don't know, because it's just making all of us look bad and then making people not want us to be in their country. So yeah. So I just feel like every country is not for everybody. You know, some people, if they're in a country and I'm sorry y'all messing with my hair. I forget I'm talking to y'all online. I'm sorry I took my twister loose. But if you come to a country and things are like you're kind of struggling, or no, not even struggling, because you're going to kind of struggle because I struggle. But if things are not going well for you, if you having bad situations going on, maybe you should try another country. Not saying you got to leave the continent, because it's 54 countries on the continent. Maybe this place is not the one for you. Maybe you should start at another place and try another country. Tanzania got 6 countries that border her. It's no reason why you got to feel like if you're not comfortable with Tanzania, you can't go to Kenya. You can't try Uganda. You can't try Rwanda. You can't try Burundi, Malawi. Same thing with West Africa. You over there in Ghana, something not going right for you. Once you go to Burkina Faso, something ain't going on. You can go to Sierra Leone. It's too many countries for us to have an issue or not liking a certain country on the continent, instead of going to another one and be like, nah, that one is not for me. Instead of bashing the country or whatever, go to try another one that might fit. It's like you're trying to find something to fit your personality and your style and your mindset. So just because you're in one country, if it don't fit you and things you don't feel it, try another country instead of bashing that country. So yeah, I haven't thought about Mark. Yeah, I haven't thought about him. I feel bad for the people who gave money to him though, because some of the people that gave money are elder people. So, yeah, it's just a not good situation with that. But yeah, so I just wanted to come to you for you to lay eyes on me. I'm at home. I'm in Africa. I'm in Dar es Salaam. All is well. I'm praying for y'all in America. I know I always say that, but I do be praying. I be worried about y'all. Because that place is horrible. That place is horrible, family. I know I was born there, and I know people, when I say that, people be kind of shocked. They be like, for real, you feel like that? I'm like, yes. Like, I've never really liked America, to be honest. I know I was born there, but I can't help where I'm born. But I never liked it because of how they treat us. I never, ever, ever liked how we are treated in America. Never. And I always knew that it was other places that we can go where we are treated better. I've always felt like that. And when I was younger, I used to, be like, kind of dream like, I'm going to go somewhere where, I'm treated nice. I'm treated good. You know what I mean? And so the opportunity came for me to leave. It was kind of scary, but leaving everything I've ever known and just leaving everything. But I was like, I take a chance. I just was ready to go. I was like, I just don't like it. COVID, I think, sealed the deal for me in America. COVID really just made me say I'm done, because I was like, I'm not gonna be locked up. I'm not gonna be made to do, like, yeah, I have a problem with that. So it was time for me to leave. I don't like to be controlled by people who don't like me. That's another issue I got, y'all. I don't like to be controlled by white people. I never like that. I don't like the system that they have, the control and the authority, all authority have over us. I don't like that at all. I despise that. So that's why I knew I needed to leave. And I wanted to go somewhere where people look like me. I wanted to go somewhere where Africans run that country. I don't care how corrupt it is. I just want to be in a country where Africans run it. And when I say that, meaning not that it needs to be unsafe. Like, I'm not talking about going somewhere unsafe. I'm talking about coming to a country where Africans run the country. Like on the continent somewhere. No, they not perfect. They, you got some sellouts, you got some good ones, but it's still African people and they look like me. If somebody gonna have dominion over me while I'm in that country, lording over me, controlling the laws, all that, I want them to be black. I want them to be African. I can tolerate an African man with rules. I can tolerate that. I can tolerate an African woman with rules because it's her country or his country. I can tolerate that. And then the laws and the rules that they set is for everybody. It ain't only for blacks. It ain't only for whites. In America, they have laws and rules just for us to control us. I don't like that. I don't like that, family. And that's something I really don't like. And I haven't liked that even when I was younger. I started, as you're younger, you start like college and high school, middle school, high school, college. You start learning and you start seeing the system and how things. I never liked that. I don't like that control that they have over us. I don't like that. And I actually feel free living here in Tanzania, even though I'm a foreigner because of the passport, but I feel free here. Like, and it's a feeling, family. It's a feeling, a different feeling when you're in a country where the president is black. The president is African, even though in a way they're not your president, but then you look at them, when you're in that country, you look at the president like that's your president. So I look at Mama Samia like she my president. I looked at Magufuli, he my president. I look at them like they're my president. I don't look at America like that. I don't look at the administration like that. That's my president. No, I don't look at them like that. But I do look at Tanzania like that. I'm like, this my country, this my president, these my people. That's how I see Tanzania. Even though I know I'm a foreigner and I have that passport. But I don't know, I just feel, it's something in my spirit, I just feel comfortable here. I can't even describe it, family. So, hey, you retracted a message, you removed the message. So, it's a feeling, family. It's just 11 people. Welcome, fam. Thanks y'all for listening to me run my mouth. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. But it's just a feeling, family, a beautiful feeling to be in a country where you are free and you just like you can sleep as long as you want to. You can wake up when you want to because you work for yourself. Yeah, you might not make a whole lot of money, if you are hustling. And it maybe you didn't have a whole lot, saved, or you didn't have investments, and so you working with what you got. But it's a good feeling when you're in a country where you can look at the president and they black. You look at the president and it's just, I don't know, it's just something about that I like. I like to see when I look at the African presidents and they be speaking at the UN and different stuff. I be like, all right. I be clapping. I be like, that's my, because every African leader is like my relative. I be like, yeah, that's my uncle, that's my grandfather, or that's my, well, not my father, because my age, it'd be my father. But these are like, when I see these African leaders, I'm like, they my relatives. They can be my brothers, my cousins, my auntie, you know. So it's just something about it that I like. It's a feeling, it's so hard to describe, but it just feels so much better here than in America. And just my spirit and my peace and my I don't know, family, it's just hard to describe the feeling, the bliss I feel. And when I walk in the street, family, when I leave out of here, family, I think I be showing y'all. I be like this. Y'all know I leave out of here like this. Y'all be walking around the street. I be like this. I be like this, fam. I be walking around like with my hair wrap on. And everybody be speaking to me and talking to me in Swahili and stuff. And you know, they don't look at me like no different. I just be going to get my fruit, my, everything I buy, and speaking in Swahili to get my stuff, and everybody just treat me good.
Hey, hey, Deidre, hey.
But yeah, it's a feeling, fam. It's different from the States. It don't feel like this in the States. I never felt this happy. I never felt this free. I never felt this peace. I never felt this pride. That's what it is. I feel pride. That's what it is. I feel pride about being here because I go out and I see Africans everywhere. They be hustling. You know, you do see poverty, but then you do see success. It's a lot of rich Africans. A lot of rich Africans. You see success, you see middle class, and you see lower class. You see all different economic statuses here. And so, I don't know, fam. It's just beautiful. I don't know, fam. It's just beautiful, fam. I love this country. I love this country so much. I mean, people say, you always say good stuff and you don't never say nothing bad. That's because from the experience I've experienced living in the West, family, it's nothing bad that I've experienced compared to what the hell I've been through in the West. I haven't been, when I say the hell I've been through, meaning being raised in a oppressive society, the atmosphere is oppressive. You can feel distress. You be at work and you got your doggone neck and your back is like you making sure you stressed. I don't miss that, fam.
Rick, hey, glad to hear you are happy there. I had second thoughts after Mark, because I thought if he couldn't survive, then I wouldn't survive either. So it's nice to see you happy. Where did he go? Rick Ab, where did he go? It's like he disappeared. Iron and concrete on your shoulder.
Yes, iron and concrete on your shoulders. But here, fam, this place, I'm telling you, this place, I don't know, I love this place. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't say a bad word about this country. It ain't perfect, but I like it. I like it. It's working for me. I like it. I like it. Everybody look like me. Well, people, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people look like me. They think that I'm from here, and I like that. And they just so nice. When they see me, they just so nice. They treat me so nice, y'all.
He did say where, but seems his YouTube account is inactive.
Oh, okay. But he did leave though. But people still in here. But yeah, they just treat me so nice, family. Like these people here treat me better than I get treated in America. So when I go in America and you're going out and doing stuff, And even with family, I'm not close to my family like that. Um, but these people here, they're more family oriented. So they greet you with like, I'm an elder, so they greet me like, the young people be like, Shikamal, and I say marahaba. It's like an elder greeting, like royalty. And then that's how you respond back. But all the little kids say that to me. They so respectful. And then like everybody's like, they treat me nice. Like when I go into the store, they if they see me carrying stuff, they take my stuff. Um, they just nice. They treat me good. Like they treat me so special. They treat me so special. And it's like they treat me like I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? They treat me in America. We don't always get treated like we somebody. We don't always get treated like we're special. And I know we have to have the confidence. We have to have the wherewithal to, be confident about our own self. We can't sit and expect somebody else to um, approve of us or to encourage us. But here they do, fam.
Are you able to keep the laws of? Yes, you are in Tanzania.
Because it's modest. It's modest. And then you on your own here. You are working usually remotely. You have like a company, you online. So you got your own time. And it's not a hustle like it is in America because it's so expensive. You got to be hustling. I need this amount of money for this. Like here, it's more affordable. Stuff is not as expensive. So you can hustle, but you can keep it in perspective. You don't have to hustle to kill yourself. You hustle to maintain, right? You hustle to maintain. And it's in a relaxed manner, and it's at your own pace. It makes a difference when you can work or do your business, or however you make money, but you do it at your own pace. You do it when you feel like it. If you are sick, or if you are ill, or if you are tired, you don't have to do it. You do it when you feel you got the energy and you are up to it. You do it like that. That's how it is here. That's not like that in the States. I've never, as an adult, as an adult without, that when I wasn't living with family, this is the only this is the only time in my life I'm able to relax and enjoy life and work and hustle and still make a little bit of money to pay my bills and enjoy life. I have never really been able to relax and enjoy life unless I go on a vacation. So when you working, you hustling, you got a family, you got kids, so you're doing this, you're doing a lot. But the only time you really get to just do this, relax, is when you go on vacation for 2 weeks, or you on these holidays they give you. That's the only time. But here, this can be an everyday thing. You can relax, but you just work when you on your own time. And that's a better quality of life for you. It's a better quality of life, especially when you get older, in your 40s, 50s, 60s. I mean, you've been working since, a lot of us been working since 17 or 18 or 16 or whatever. So that's enough time that you hustled. When you get close to 40-ish, maybe 50, you should be kind of being able to like relax a little bit. You shouldn't still be having to work like working hard and stressed out that whole time. And I mean, when you gonna relax? When you gonna have peace? When you gonna be able to enjoy your life? When? He said, that's good. Yes, when? When, fam? When you say when. You're going to be able to do it when you say when. I would have never known, though, if I would have left America, that at 50, I would be really retired. Because I haven't worked a job since December 2020. Because I created my own company and I do my own thing. So I would have never thought that I would be able to live like this in America. I wouldn't. But because I left, and I left when I did, and I'm able to do it now. And now as I get older, it will be an opportunity for me to get like a retirement, you know, different stuff, more monies. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, our health family. Like, how long you think your body gonna go? How long you think your body gonna be stressed? I mean, we doing it from 16, 17 to I would say 40, right? That's enough time. But we going into 50s. And to how long we gonna be doing this? I'm done. I'm retired early. I retired early. Unbeknownst to me, though, I'm not going to say I had it planned. I'm not going to say I knew. I'm going to say our Father knew. It was a spiritual awakening, and our Father spoke to me and told me I need to go home. He's the one that told me that. He's the one that told me I was from Africa. Like, not that I didn't know that I was from Africa. We know about, slave trade and all that stuff. I already knew that. But he is the one that made it clear to me that you're not American. You're from Africa. You're not from America. You're not an American. And when I heard that in my ears one day. He told me that. So after that, I was on my quest to move to Africa. First visit, and then after I visit, decide where I want to move. Because I was like, when I heard that message from our Father, I was actually in church, and I was a Christian at the time, and I was in church, and I was in the praise and worship team. I was like one of the praise leaders, right? So I was on the stage. We was praising, we was singing this and that, and then that's when I heard that. And I was on stage singing, but I was having a conversation in my mind as I'm singing. It was kind of weird. But let's see. I got my check at 32, no shame. Yeah. How was your immigration process there, and how gotten residency? Hi, Miss. Hi. Hey. Welcome. So as far as the immigration process, you can do your visitor's visa when you come. You come here, you want to visit. Even if you want to get a retirement permit or business, you got to create a business. So if it depends on what you want to do. You have to have an idea of what you want to do. If you're retirement age, 55 and older, you apply for a retirement permit and you got income. If you are not and you're younger than that, you create a company or a business. Partner with the local. It'll be less expensive if you do it that way. And then you create your company, and then after you create your company, you get a work permit and residency to stay here. You renew your residency every 2 years. If you are college age, apply for, maybe you want to go to University of Dar. Have your child apply. They get accepted. They get the student visa for 2 years, and their family can get that also because that's their child. So they're different, and then also they got the volunteer residency permit where you can volunteer as a religious organization, a spiritual religious organization, like missionary type stuff, or you can apply for a voluntary visa or a voluntary residency permit if you work with a company here. So if you do research and you look up companies here, and if it's in a field that maybe you have experience in, you can connect with that company and they may help you get a residency permit for 2 years to work with them. So it's different things that you can do to get a residency permit. You just have to look into the different ones based on what you want to do. What is the minimum income for retirees? That, you know what, I've heard that there is not a minimum. I heard that they just require you to have the letter. You have to show like proof. Basically show proof that you are retired, and then you may have to show like your bank, show deposits of your pension or your money's going in there. So, but I don't think it's an amount from what I heard. I haven't heard that there is a specific amount. And I'm hoping it stay that way.
My wife is from there. Our process took 12 months. Okay, okay. Okay, Willer. Welcome. Okay. My cousin did the missionary one and never left. She lived. Okay. My finger.
Oh, yup. That's what I'm saying. It's different things that you can do. You have to figure out what you want to do, and you look at all the permits. You can look at that online before you even get here. You can actually apply before you get here if you want to. I always recommend people to at least visit if they haven't. Now, some people have visited, so they visited and then they went back and then they applied. You can do that. Or if you've never been here, at least visit. You might not like it. You might not like it. And you might be like, I don't like it. So always at least get a tourist visa for 3 months to see if you like it before you decide I'm gonna get a residency permit, a retirement permit, and I might not like it. And actually, if you get the residency permit, you can still travel. So it's still not gonna be wasted. So if you get here, you get your residency permit, your retirement permit or whatever, say retirement permit, you get that because you can apply for that online while you're in the States. And you can get approved while you're in the States, fam. And once you do that, then you can travel. So if you don't feel as comfortable here, let me go check Kenya out. Let me go check. You can travel. So it's a win-win. Still a win-win.
My cousin did okay.
So yeah. So there are things that you can do. You just need to look at your situation. Everybody's situation is different. What worked for me may not work for you. So that's the only thing about when you advise people and you give people advice about certain things. It's sometimes they look at you and be like, want to do exactly what you do and how you did it, but it don't always work out. Everybody's situation is different. And some people, I've heard this saying before, favor is not fair. Favor is not fair. So what might have worked for me and what might have helped me and I to have been here 5 years and everything worked out for me, the same thing may not even work for you. So you have to look at your own personal skills, situation, desires, ideas, age, all of that, and look at your situation. And you can listen to other people, but then you might be in a different bracket, a different situation than me. So what I did may not work for you, and what you do may not work for me. I couldn't apply for a residency permit, retirement permit in the States because I'm not old enough. I wasn't old enough. So you might be old enough to do it. So everybody's situation is different. Just got to figure out what your age, what you want to do, what income you have. Everybody's situation might be different.
Yeah, I remember you went to Kenya. But, let's see. Yeah, I remember you went to Kenya. Hey, Shirley. Hi. Love to you too. I got videos on I saw your video, sis, when you went to Kenya. We'll be traveling to Ghana in December. Most high willing, first time traveling to the motherland.
Oh, you going to Diddy, what's it, Diddy December? Is that what you call it in Ghana? Diddy December? Awakening Soul? Yeah, I've been to Ghana. Ghana was my first country, and I stayed for 2 weeks. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I did the whole tour. I did the slave dungeon, slave castle, slave river, Nkrumah's mausoleum, W.E.B. Du Bois' house, and I did all that. Yes, that's when I fell in love with the continent, and I was like, I had to go back to work, but I knew I was coming back to live. I just couldn't figure out, I was just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. So I had to go back and rethink my plans. No, I didn't make a comment, sis. I saw the video, but I didn't make any comments. Yeah, I didn't make any comments. But yeah, I fell in love with the continent when I went to Ghana. I was there for 2 weeks, and I went to that dungeon, y'all. Ooh, we went to that dungeon. I went on a tour, and we went to that dungeon, and it was when we got back on that tour bus, family. It was so quiet. You could hear a pin drop. It was 13 of us, and we went to that dungeon. It just drained our energy. We was on that. We was on that bus, and it was so quiet. It was so somber. Like everybody was just. It was just. If people was crying, it was just sad. It was sad. You could feel the spirits in that place.
You can feel the spirits. Hello, Vanessa's.
Hi, welcome to the live. Welcome. I am live in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I'm at home. Welcome. Don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hit on the notification bell to be notified, so whenever I do a live or video, you'll be notified. I just decided to do a spontaneous, impromptu live tonight. The chit chat and see what my fellow Americans up to with all that demonic administration.
With IU. Oh, okay. Now we have a school in. Okay.
Yeah, I heard IUIC. They getting around. They getting around. Ain't nothing wrong with it. A lot of us are coming over here. A lot of the children of Israel are coming over here. You got a lot of people in South Africa. You got Ron Dalton down there. You got people all over. So it's a wonderful thing that we're coming back home to the motherland where we belong. I'm not talking about indigenous Indians. I'm talking about African Americans. I'm talking about the Hebrews, the Bantus. Because the Hebrews and the Bantus, the Israelites are the same people family. The Bantu migration, just research that those are Hebrews. So it's more than just Hamites in Africa, fam. If I'm telling you that I look like Tanzanians, then you know it has to be Bantu people, because I don't look like a Hamite. If they think that I'm from certain tribes and I look like certain tribes, like somebody told me I look like the Sukumu tribe and the Mchaga tribe here in Tanzania, even though they have over 100 tribes here, you got to know that it's not a Hamite, because I look like them. So see, everybody over here is not Hamites. For some reason, people in America think that. But there are different types of even Africans that live on the continent. The largest group is the Bantu people. Then you have the, Hamites and Nilotics and different people. But the ones that look like us, they're our people. They're Hebrews. Yep. So don't forget to thumbs up. Thumbs up.
In Kenya, we have Kikuyu. Yeah.
I think Sukuma, the Sukuma tribe, I think that's the largest one in Tanzania. And that's one that people was saying that I look like. And I'm like, okay. Maybe that's why I feel like I'm at home here. Maybe that's I have not done my DNA, but maybe that's why I feel so at home here, because I look like some of these tribes.
Yes, you do look like them. Vanessa.
Yes, I was told that. And somebody told me another tribe too. It's mixed with like Ethiopian and something else. They said my shape of my face is like that. I'm like, okay, family, keep telling me. Every time I hear that, I get super excited. I'm like, oh, for real? Well, where they located? I need to go visit them.
How do you know what tribe you're from?
I don't know what tribe I'm from. I go by what Africans tell me. I don't trust DNA, so I have not done no DNA test. But continental Africans, know Africans. They can look at you and see, they can look at you and tell you where you're from. So I go by what the continental Africans tell me. So if they say, you look like Sukumu tribe, you look like someone in the Sukumu tribe, so I'll look up the Sukumu tribe, the people, and when I look at them, I see my shape of my face, and I see like my features, and I'm like, okay. And they say, some people say I look like MT. I think they say that because they're a lot of them are light complected. So I see them and I say, okay. And then they say I look like Kosa, Southern Africa. I look at them and I say, okay, I look like them. So that's how I feel like I'm narrowing down which tribe I might be from. And then my spirit resonates with this place for some reason. My spirit resonates. I feel so at home here. It's almost like abnormal how much I feel like at home. It's almost abnormal how much I feel at home here. It's like not even, I can't even explain, the feeling I should feel, I think, when I'm in America or when I go to America. You know how some people get that nostalgic feel, they feel like, oh, I'm home. I don't feel like that in America. But here in Tanzania, I feel like that. I feel like I'm at home. It's a weird, it's something in my spirit. And I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But I think it's more of a spiritual connection, because in my spirit, within myself, I feel like I'm at home. It's like I'm at home. I feel at home in a place I've never been. Like when I first arrived here and I landed, I felt inside like I was at home. And I was like, wow, I feel like I'm coming home and I ain't never been here before. That's how I felt. It was so hard to describe. I was trying to describe it to people. Hi, Shabbat Shalom, Yehudi, Blue, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, it's like, yeah, and when I try to describe it to people, it's just so hard to put in words because it's a feeling. It's just a feeling that I feel that I'm at home. And so I can go places and I just be feeling happy to be here. I don't feel like this in America. I don't feel like this in America. You know how in America, you're on your grind, but the time that you feel happy is if you like eat a food that you like, or if you watch a show that you like, or if you do something that you like, you feel happy. That's how it is for me in America. I only feel really happy when I'm doing something that I like to do. If I eat a dish I like, or if I go skate, and I like to skate, or if I go to like something that I like, a movie or something that I like, I feel happy. If I get the hair done or your nails done, you feel happy. Shop, you feel happy. But I don't just feel happy in America. I don't feel naturally happy being there. I have to do something to feel happy. So here in Tanzania, I feel happy to be here. I feel happy when I wake up and I pull the curtains back and I see the palm trees and I see this heat. I feel this heat. I'm happy to be here. Like it's summertime all year round. I am a tropical person and I've always lived in cold climates. So this is like paradise to me, family. This is like paradise. Relay, Shabbat Shalom. Oh, thank you, Arvin Autry. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, super thanks, whichever one it is. Thank you. I feel that way. See, yeah, Finesse, you say you feel that way in Panama. Exactly. That's it. It's the feeling in your spirit. So it's hard to describe. Royal Dixon, that's right, amen. It's just, that's how it is, fam. I be happy. I just be so full of joy. And people be like, you just so happy. And I'm like, you just don't know. I'm just happy to be here. I just don't understand why I'm super happy. Because even when I talk about subjects that are not, I'll do videos about subjects that are kind of depressing, subjects about us and what we're going through in America and how we're being treated, how we're being unalived, how we're losing our rights, how the passport, they're trying to revoke passports, not giving all these things. But I'm coming to you and I'm doing this video in paradise, right? So I'm just, yeah, I'm super happy and smiling. And people are like, one person even asked me, why you sound so happy? Because I was talking about a subject that was not, not a good thing. I think it's about the new laws that they have here about us doing business as foreigners. We're limited, so it's like 15 different areas that we can't do business in. And I was talking about that, but I was all like, yeah, we can't do business, and it's this. I was just so like, the way I was so happy, and somebody asked me, why you act like are you happy? Why you act like you're happy about that? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not happy about that. But I'm happy to be here. I just can't help it. I can't help my happiness. I can't help my freedom. I feel. Family, I can't help my peace. Family, I can't help my new lease on life being here. And my food, fresh food I eat. And I can afford to pay my rent with little bits. I'm very happy. I'm super happy, fam. Because I wouldn't be able to survive in America off this little change I be making.
Yes, awakened soul, you gotta feel it. It's a feeling that it's hard to describe. Yes, yes.
You want this feeling for yourself. You want this feeling for your children. You want this feeling for your family members. You want this feeling for your grandchildren. You want to raise your kids. You want your kids to feel free. This is the feeling you want for you. Even if Tanzania ain't for you, because it's not for everybody has a different place, right? But this is how I feel here. And that's probably why I'm still here. I mean, I'm sure the Father has blessed me to be here and work things out for me a lot, because I have my up and downs, but my attitude, my spirit is always happy, even when I'm struggling, even when, maybe things might be tight financially or whatever, I still be happy. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell that she, is tight there. She may not be able to, I mean, I've been able to have everything I need. Like, I'm not going to lie, I've been really blessed. But if things do get tight, sometimes things get tight, I got to be on a strict budget. Sometimes I can't do what I want to do. I got to cook. Sometimes I be want to go out to eat. No, I got to cook. I got to eat my fruits. I gotta be like on a schedule because I'm on a budget, right? So I can't always like splurge. I can't always go to the mall or go out to eat, but I still be happy because I got food, I got a roof, I got income, I got a business. So it's little, but I'm happy with it, fam. I don't have to be rich. I never wanted to be rich. I just want to be happy. I want to have enough to be able to have to have everything that I need to be, comfortable. But I don't have to be rich. I don't need a lot of money. If I be blessed with a lot of money, I'll be happy. But I'm saying I don't need a lot of money to make me happy. Little things make me happy. So, yeah, when you over here, little things make you happy. So I might want to go, like, I'm not going to feel down because I can't go to the mall. I'm not going to feel down because I can't go out to eat. Because I got fresh fruit. I got a fruit stand right around the corner. I can walk and get fresh pineapple, mango. That made me happy. Come on, fam. That made me happy. I don't have to be down because I can't go to the mall or down because I can't go shop at a Western store and spend extra money on a meal that the local food tastes better and it's cheaper because it's home. The local food is home cooked food. The restaurants you go to is like restaurant food. It's good, but it's more expensive, and it's just a different. It's not like home cooked food. but the local food is like home cooked food, and you can cook that food. I don't really eat out a lot. I cook my own food. I cook my own beans. I cook my own rice. They eat a lot of beans and rice, rice, greens, and sweet potatoes and potatoes, stuff like that. I cook all of that. I cook all my own food, and I cook it the way I like it. So my food is good. Like, I don't have to feel down because I can't go out to eat or I can't go to the mall and shop. Shop for what? Where am I going, family? Where I go? I'm sitting, I'm chilling. I'm walking around by the beach and stuff. What I need to go to the mall for what? Only time I really go to the mall to get something is if something I need, like a lip gloss or something for my hair or something like that. I don't really need clothes because I got a lady that make my clothes. That is everywhere I live. I find out it's ladies everywhere that make your clothes. They everywhere. Everywhere I live, I walk down the street and I just go to a lady who make clothes. And I say, can you make this? I'll show her what I like, and then they make it. You pick the material and they make it. So I don't need clothes and shoes you can get. Like, I don't need nothing, fam. I'm happy. That's why I'm so happy. Like, it's just family. It's unreal. I'm just talking and missing y'all messages. Let me see. Any more information on how to apply for our African passport? Exactly. I totally understand. Finesse, you can apply for a passport in Burkina Faso if you go there. At first, they were saying that you had to show DNA, but I don't know. The way it's looking, it's like they might be offering it to Afro descendants. So if you go, you got to go there though. You can't get nobody's passport unless you go into that country. That's another thing. Any country that you want to get a passport in, you got to go there. It don't matter which country. Now, Tanzania does not offer, but if I want to be in the East African community, since I love Tanzania and I live here, and I could go and get one in Kenya. I could get one in Uganda, in Rwanda, Burundi, Malawi. They all offer it. That's the East African community. So you get that passport, you still get privileges in the East African community here in Tanzania. You can still stay on your residency permit. You just have to renew your residency permit every 2 years here. But if you want a passport, you can go to any of those other countries, Burkina Faso. The West African countries is basically giving them away to us now at this point. Everybody's starting to say Afro descendants, come get your passport. The thing with me is I'm on the East. I'm in East Africa. I'm not in West Africa. And East Africa is my vibe right now. So if I try to get a passport, it'd be probably Kenya or Uganda or Rwanda, somewhere over here in the East. So just got to figure out, some people did DNA and that's how they decide which country that they go to. Their DNA, shows where so that's a good way to narrow down what country you want to go to. I don't do DNA. ETA is only $32 and it takes hours to get the acceptance. What's ETA, Deidre? What's ETA? Is that Kenya in Kenya or something? So it's okay if you don't have a passport right now. You can get a residency permit. If you retire at age 55 and older, you can apply for here in Tanzania. You can apply for a retirement permit. If you create a business as an investor in Tanzania, you can create a business and then you can get a work permit and residency and renew that every 2 years. Everything is every 2 years you renew. Every 2 years you renew. And then you can travel, and maybe you can travel and you can try to apply for a passport in other places once you get your residency permit here. So it's still, you don't have to have a passport. You can still survive off a residency permit. You can still do everything, travel, do everything on a residency permit. Oh, okay. ETA, Electronic Travel Authority. Okay. Oh, the Kenyan visa. Okay, the Kenyan visa. But we were talking about, I think, passport. So a passport, a Kenyan passport. I'm hoping that they make them easier in East Africa, like they're making them a little bit easier in West Africa to get the passports, because the way things are going in the States, you know, I think I did the video about the passport situation where, you know, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, they trying to, well, they say it's off the table, but I feel like when they bring up an amendment or they try an executive order and they try to do all these things, they stop it for a minute, but they eventually will push it through. When you're not looking and you distracted, celebrating these pagan holidays, then they can push that stuff through, and before you know it, you apply for a passport and they deny you because of your Facebook or because of what you said. And when you try to renew your passport, they deny you, or you try to they revoking your passport. Yeah, that's you know, so I understand why people want to go ahead and get the other passport, because if they, you know, do that, you have the other passport. But family, you outside. If you outside the state, you good. Family, we out of there. So they can do whatever they want to with their passport. Do I look like I'm crying? Do I look like I'm crying or I'm caring? I'm not crying or caring, fam. I'm out. When you in there, that's the problem, because you want to make sure you can get out. But if you out, I'd rather get locked out any day. I would love to get locked out over here. I would love to get locked out over here. I'd drop everything, change my name. I change my name. Yeah. I'm African. I'm from South Africa. They better not call themselves revoking mine. They better not be calling themselves revoking mine, fam. Yeah, right. Sounds like the beginning of the social. Yep. Her ordained steps. I know that's right. They better. Ooh. I go to renew my passport and they give me some flack. I be like, all right, deuces. And then I go to the beach and have me a cocktail. I go to the beach and have me a mocktail, because I don't really drink alcohol, but I do the fruity drinks. I had me a mocktail, put my feet up, put my feet in the sand, and get in the Indian Ocean, the East African Ocean. I'll be chilling. Oh yeah, they won't renew my passport. They revoked my passport. Oh, okay, I'm chilling. I'll be like, what's her name that just passed away? Asata, Black Panther, Shakur, the lady that just passed. I'll be like her. I ain't do nothing wrong, but I'm just saying, she ain't do nothing wrong either. She ain't do nothing wrong, but defend herself. That's all. That's wrong. Anytime you try to defend yourself against the Europeans, you always do something wrong. So yeah, I be like her. I be chilling till my last days on the continent. I be chilling on the continent. Yep. And when I leave this earth, I'm letting y'all know. When I leave this earth, I want to be buried on the continent. Don't take my body back to the U.S. I'm done. Don't take my body back there. I already talked to my son already. Yeah, I'm not going back. Yeah. I told him I want to be buried in Africa, on the continent. Had to pull up a little. It's my solar light, but it's a good light because my light on my phone just like died. I mean, my light on my stand. I have like a stand and the light. So anyway, this is better. It's brighter. But yeah. Yep. Let them tell me they're going to revoke my pass. Let them tell me they won't renew my passport. Okay. Does that mean that I can change who I am? I'm from Africa. I'm from South Africa. I'm Kosa. Don't play Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't threaten me, America, with a good time.
How does your family feel about you being there and so far away?
I'm not really close to them. They haven't really reached out to me a whole lot in 5 years, and I'm not really that close to them. So that's another reason why I think it was easy for me to leave, because I'm not really close. The only one I'm really close to is my son. And my son is 28. And he came here in 21 and stayed for 2 weeks. So he's the only thing I miss. He's the only one I miss. But everybody else, they don't miss me because they don't reach out to me. They don't check up on me. They watch my YouTube, they watch my Facebook, Instagram, but they see that I'm alive, so I guess that's fine. Yeah, I'm not close to my family like that. I feel like we should be, but we just not. Sometimes the families are like that in America. So I think it made it easier for me to be able to leave. So that's the answer to that question about your family feel about you being there and so far away. Yeah, I think I look at myself like Abraham. When the Most High told Abraham, leave your family and leave, and I'm going to take you to somewhere. I'm going to take you to your promised land. I'm going to take you to a nice land. I'm going to give you a land. I'm going to take you somewhere else. I feel like Abraham. Because he told me, America not your home. Africa, you need to go to Africa. Africa is your home, and I'm gonna take you there. And so I followed, and I've been here for 5 years. So I didn't even ask my family, and I didn't even tell them I was leaving. I just left. They was watching just like everybody else when I got on that plane. Because I documented my journey. If you go back to my channel, 5 years ago, I documented when I got on the flight at JFK, went to Doha, then I rode from Doha to Tanzania. I documented all that. So I guess they was watching too. But see, during that time, people were afraid to travel because of COVID. But yeah, we got the U.S. threatening our passports now, fam. So yeah, we do have to look into try to get other passports, but it's not an urgent thing. You can get a residency permit and still be able to travel around the continent if that's what you want to do, be on the continent.
Africa, but my adult kids and grandchildren make it hard. I know, God's child. It's hard when you got people dependent on you. Do you think it's a sense of envy being that you were brave enough to step out on faith, finesse?
It could be that, but I've always been like the forerunner of stuff. Like I was the first person in my family to actually get a college degree, and then my sister got one. So it's like I've always been the first one to do stuff. So it could be, but I just know we never really been like close. But I was, when I first got out here, I was a little hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say I wasn't kind of hurt, because I feel like I left America. I was thinking I'm in a foreign land and I'm all the way across the water and nobody's like calling me and nobody's checking up on me. I went through that for it within myself. I didn't say it out online or anything, but I was thinking it to myself. But then it kind of went away. After I was here, after 2 years, then 3 years, then 4 years, nobody just really came and reached out to me. I'm just comfortable with it. And I'm like, this is my home. So it's like I made new family. I got like new family here. So I got like a community here. It's a lot of us here. So my family is here. My true family is here. The ones who look out for me, the ones who care for me. If I need something, I can call them. If they need something, they can call me. That's how we do here. We got a little community here, Diaspora expats. So if somebody fall on hard times, if you break your phone, if you can't, your bank got issues, you being all the way over here, you're going to have issues with your phone maybe, issues with your bank maybe, issues with deposits, issues with this, issues with that. You need help sometime. So we got a little community of people who chip in and we help each other. It's a lot of little pockets of groups and communities here. And that's all across Africa, because we got communities in Kenya. You see the people out there, we got community there, you got, community in Ghana, we got communities in South Africa, the real South Africa, we got communities in, probably gonna be in Burkina Faso, like we got communities everywhere that help each other when things get rough. You got some that take, but then you got some that really will help you. Shalom, Gerald. Jesus. Hi. Shalom. Welcome from Brazil. Do you have a family or are you living alone? Ronell, I'm living alone. I'm living alone. So, but when I say I'm living alone in this apartment, but in the community that I live in, it's a bunch of us that we live together. We live in the same, it's like a compound, and we live together. So I don't live by myself. My first place I had in Bessie Beach, I lived by myself in a fourplex with 3 locals and me. But now I'm in a compound with like a group of us live in this. We all have our own apartments, of course, but it's a group of us. So if I ever need anything, or if they ever need it, like we're a community, and it's all ages. So you don't have to worry about being by yourself, and that's in any of these countries. You connect with one of us. Most of these people in groups. I'm not a grouping person. When I say group, I'm not like online in any online groups, but I live in a community with other Americans and other expats. I live in a community. So we help each other. We look out for each other. We're family. See, we're away from our family here. So we become a family. I got 13 people in here. Hey, fams. Thank y'all for checking me out and jumping in. Thumbs up. So we're away from our family in the States, but we got a family here. We're family here. You know what? Okunimba? I know I'm not pronouncing your name right. I did, but he left. Yep, he left. So he moved on, and I moved on too. So we have a community here, and we look out for each other, family. So if you decided to come here, you would not be by yourself. You would not be by yourself, because it's a lot of us here, all ages, from youngest to the oldest. And we have like a little community. Everywhere we go, we just develop like a little community. Now, it may not be online, because a lot of people are not online. It's only a select few online, because people are private. And you got to understand that people are very private, and they don't like to be online, And, I get that. I respect people's privacy, but it's for me, I just wanted to document my journey when I left America, because I was one of the first to come here to Dar. I was one of the first in Dar. I didn't even consult with someone when I came, because there was nobody here in Dar. Traveling sister was in Arusha, but nobody else was here yet. And so I didn't have nobody to call and get advice. I had to learn everything on my own. So, yeah, we got like a nice little community. So we look out for each other. We're family here. We are family. Like, I've had people do stuff for me that my family haven't even reached out to me. They're family here. They're family to me here. Like, I've had people look out for me. Like my phone got stolen. I got burglared since I've been here. I got burglared back in. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your documentation. I got burglared here in 20, I think it was 22 or 23. I got a video I did. So I got burglared. I left my patio door unlocked. Not in this place, but I've lived in 3 places since I've been here. The first place I lived with a couple from Jamaica, but they lived in America, and I stayed with them for 6 months. Then I got my own place in Bessie Beach. That's where I got burglared. I had a patio door off my bedroom. I had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and I had a patio off of each bedroom. Well, my bedroom patio, I forgot to lock the door one night because I spaced it and I forgot. And then that night I left it open. They came in there. They didn't touch me, or I think it was one person. I don't know. That person didn't touch me, but they took my phone, my computer bag, my phone, and my purse. But they left my purse. They just took my purse on the back porch and just poured everything out, which was good because I had my passport and stuff in there. I was panicking. But anyway, I didn't get hurt. They just took my stuff. So I had to start all over and get another phone, another computer, all that stuff. And so when I was going through that, I had so many people that helped me out so much. People was giving me phones. People was like gave me money to help me buy a phone because my stuff was taken. So it was just everybody chipped in to help me out to get back on my feet because I was still doing consultations. I also had a iPad that I wasn't using. It was old, but I was able to use that until I got back on my feet with computer and stuff. Let's see. So right now I live in Dar es Salaam. The yummy is good, oh. Yummy is good, oh. So I got back on my feet, and I had a lot of help. People was like blessing me with. One lady bought me a phone, the little analog phone so I had the analog phone and my iPad, and I was able to email people and say, I couldn't talk about it for a couple of months because I felt violated because I was like, this person roaming around in here while I'm asleep. Yeah, it was. I was kind of PTSD. I had PTSD for a little bit. They didn't touch me, so I'm grateful that Father protected me. Like nobody touched me, nothing. I was in the bed. I was feeling like I had PTSD, so I couldn't talk about it. So I was telling people my phone broke. I had to tell people my phone broke, and I couldn't talk about it for like 6 months. And then after I got over the PTSD and got myself back emotionally. Then 6 months later, I did a video and talked about it. Yeah, all was working out. Yeah, they didn't touch me, cause I was grateful that I didn't get hurt. But they took my stuff. And the computer that they took, it was a brand new Dell computer. I had just bought it, y'all. I had just brought it here. I bought it here, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna find me an online job and all this different stuff. That ain't work out. I think I only had that computer 6 months before they started. Did I have it a year? Maybe a year. Okay, maybe I had it a year. That's not too bad. See, they didn't hurt you, they didn't hurt me at all. They didn't touch me, and I was like grateful for that, because at first I was kind of upset with the Most High, with our Father, because I was like, Father, why you let them come in here? I had all these questions, and they say you're not supposed to be questioning the Most High, but I was questioning him because I was like, well, why? I was just asking. I wasn't angry at him, but I was asking him, Father, why the angels didn't? Because I know I got angels around me. And I'm like, Father, why didn't the angels remind me, tell me, lock the door? I mean, I had all these questions. But after I got out of my feelings and my emotions, then the Father was kind of revealing to me that the value of those items, like the phone and the computer, he don't really care about that stuff, but he cared about my life. He cared about my life. He cared about my passport, my stuff like that. I didn't lose none of that. Because even though they took my purse, my passport was in it, and even though they came in there and took my stuff, they didn't harm me. So what was he showed me that what was most important to me, it was you and your items. You know, your purse and your passport and you. So I said, okay. I felt a little bit better, like, because he don't see these devices like we do. This phone, this computer, you know, our maker don't be caring about that stuff, but he care about our soul. He care about our body. He care about us, his creation, and he care about, you know, our situation. So I didn't lose my passport. So I still had what I needed to still be able to stay and keep moving forward. So, yeah, so I was feeling some kind of way. But he spoke to my spirit, was letting me know, I protected you though. Nobody didn't touch you. I said, no, nobody didn't touch me. You know, all praises to the Most High. The mercy we don't always see, that we're protected from dangers seen and unseen. And we have angels that protect us from dangers seen and unseen, stuff we have no idea about. You know, we can any day get electrocuted. Any day, anything can happen to us. But it's by his grace and mercy that we are protected and alive. So I had to, okay, Father, okay. And then I got everything back. Because he did tell me, speak to me, let me know, he's gonna give it back to me. Anything that was stolen, I'll get it back. I got everything back. Even the stuff I left in America. When he was speaking to me about leaving when I was in America, right? I was thinking, Father, I'm about to leave everything I worked for, my car, my furniture. I had a house full of furniture, stuff I love. I had put everything together like I like it. I had my little Volkswagen Jetta. I was like, Father, this is my stuff. I'm leaving my stuff. And he said in such a small, calm voice, he said, I'm going to give it all back to you. He said, this Babylon stuff, this Babylonian stuff, let them have their stuff. I'm going to give it all back to you. And I got all of it back except the car. And I don't want to drive here. So it's not like I'm missing out on the car. I don't want to drive here. I'd rather have a driver. The way I can't handle I can't handle the way people drive here. On the other side, the steering wheel on the other side, I think I could do it because I've been here long enough. I think I could do it, but I have to move out of Dar. If I'm going to drive here in Tanzania, I have to be in another area, like another area altogether that's not as busy. I could drive. But I can't do that in Dar. So I don't miss the car. Because I like having a driver, actually. They take you everywhere you go. I could do Uber, I could do Bolt, or I have personal drivers. So I get everywhere. But I got everything back. I got the bed, couch, everything that I left. I got all that right now. So he gave me back everything I left. So I'm not upset. Yes. Yes, they took it, and I'm kind of glad I was asleep. I think they did something to me. I think they blew something in my window. They say if you sleep, they can blow some kind of chlorophyll, something in your window, make you sleep deep. I think they did that to me because I'm a sound sleeper, and they opened 3 doors, and I didn't hear nothing. They opened 3 doors. And they was roaming around, and they got all my stuff, and all my stuff was in different places. My phone was on my nightstand, my computer bag was in another area, and my purse was in another area. So they was roaming around looking for stuff. I didn't hear nothing. I was out cold. And that's another thing that shows you here in Tanzania, they usually want your stuff. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to harm you. They don't want to unalive you. They just want your stuff. So not that it's okay for people to take from you, but I'm saying they're not trying to take your life.
The wheel on the same side. Yeah, but the drive is scary, right?
Woo, that drive, honey. The way people be driving, they be running red lights. And I mean, how you know if you driving to run the red light or not? Because they run red lights. Some people, sometimes they stop here and sometimes they run them. And everybody be doing it. It's like they run a light, they do the red light, the red stop light like a four-way stop. You know, four-way stop, everybody come and then they stop and then they go. They stop and they go. That's how they do the light, the red light, the what you call that light, y'all? The with the green, yellow, and the red. What you call it? The one the black man created. The stop. I forget the name of it. I know a black man created that, but they use that like a four-way stop. A traffic. Yeah, that's it. That's it, relate. A traffic light. They use the traffic light. They do the four-way. They use it as a four-way stop. A four-way stop. I can't. Mm-mm. And then the close that they get to, they be getting so close to each other. And then the motorcycles be coming, and the boaters and bajajis, everybody. I be like, woo! I be in the bajaji making noise, and they just laugh at me. I be like, woo, caca. They start laughing at me. I be like on edge riding in there.
I'd rather have a driver also because they know how to drive there.
Yeah, they know how to drive. I have the driver that I have. He's so good. He is so good. He know how to just, he just. I couldn't do it, fam. I would be scared I have an accident. And you don't see a lot of women driving here. That's another thing. You don't see a lot of women driving here. You see mainly men driving. Women don't hardly drive here. And when they do, they be holding up traffic, scared to turn. And the men be beeping at them. Beep, beep. And when I see that, I always say, I bet that's a Dada. Dada is a sister. I be like, I bet that's a Dada. And then when you go by, everybody be beeping, you go by, it's a lady. I said, see, I ain't gonna be driving. I'm not gonna be driving here for everybody to be beeping at me because I'm scared to turn. It's a first come, first serve system. And it's organized. Let me tell you something, family. It's organized chaos. It's organized. They know what's going on. They know how to roll with it. I be on edge. But I have to pray. I pray before I ride. I be like, Father, thank you for your angels. And then I just try to relax because it's just so much every day.
Yeah. What's the mass transportation like?
They have the trotro. Is that not? They call it what they call it? It's the little van that everybody be riding. What they call this van? I don't know. I think it's a trotro. I think they call it a trotro. I can't remember, but I've never ridden it. But it's like the community bus, and it's cheap, but it be packed out. They be packing way too many people in there. I can't do it. Then you can do the motorcycle. A lot of people ride motorcycles. I don't. If emergency come up, I have to, but I don't trust them. Motorcycles, and then the three-wheeler is my favorite mode of transportation. I ride, it's called a bajaji or a tuk-tuk. It's a bajaji. I love bajajis, and it's the three-wheel motorcycle. I'm sorry, family, my phone froze up or something, but it's like a carriage, but it has three wheels. That's my favorite mode of transportation. And then they have the car, and then they have, they have Uber and Bolt. Bolt is like Uber. And so that's kind of, and then you have your my personal driver has a bajaji. So that's usually my mode of transportation. And it's cheap and it's fast, and you can get, like, they can ride on the sidewalks. So they can go around traffic with those little bajajis. But when you in the car, traffic is, you kind of sitting for hours because of traffic. But if you get a motorcycle or if you get a bajaji, then you can get through traffic and get where you need to go.
It is fun. I like doing the bajaji too.
It's fun. It's fun, and it's different, but I like it. It's a different life, family. It's so different from what the life we have in America. It's so different, but I like it. I don't compare the two. Some people compare. They come here from the West, and then they compare it to. Thank you, everyone, for checking me out and stopping by. People like to compare Tanzania to America, but it's so different. You can't even compare it because it's almost like apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges, completely different. Tanzania is Tanzania gives me more like a Caribbean vibe. Tanzania gives me more like a Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica. It kind of got a Jamaican vibe. So you can't compare Jamaica to America because it's like, or like Barbados. You compare Barbados to America. Like, just think about that. It's like you can't compare those two. Like any of the Caribbean islands, you can't really compare those. You can, but it's not a good comparison to like a concrete. You can't compare a beautiful tropical island to a European country like the UK or America. America's a European country. I know people don't believe that. But you can't compare. You can, but it's not a good comparison because the Caribbean is tropical. It's it have a certain vibe to it. Jamaica, the Barbados, Panama, they got a tropical Caribbean vibe. That's the same with sub-Saharan Africa. A lot of the sub-Saharan African countries have somewhat of a, unless it's developed like Johannesburg and some of the South Africa, and then even Kenya, Nairobi, but Mombasa it has that vibe. It has that kind of tropical vibe. So you can't compare that to America because it's apples and oranges. It's just different. Tanzania is different from America. Tanzania is poly. It's tropical vibe, slow, relaxed, it's almost like a retirement life, if I can say the type of life it is. So it would be nothing like America. And even when it comes to some of the modern conveniences that we have in the West, it may not have those per se, but it's different. It has it's natural, right? So you wouldn't expect some of those conveniences to be in like an island. It gives you like an island flavor. You're talking about fresh fruit and vegetables, the ocean, and you talk about sand, and you talk about dirt, and where you can plant fruit. Like, you're not gonna have some of these concrete jungle stuff there. So it's not a comparison. It's just different world altogether. Some people like it, and some people don't like it. People who really like convenient development, massive, like people who don't like to walk around without shoes on, people who always have to have shoes on, people who don't like to put their feet in sand and water may not like it here. Those type of people may not feel comfortable because they like to wear shoes all the time. They don't like to walk barefooted. They always have to have shoes on. They don't like their feet getting dirty. They don't like putting their feet in the sand. They don't like there are people who don't. There are Americans who walk on the beach and don't put their feet in the sand. There are Americans who don't put their feet in the water. Like, people like that may not like it. But if you are the type of person that like the sand and you like the ocean and you like hiking, and you like nature, and you like planting fruit and vegetables, you like farming, and you like off-grid living, Tanzania is perfect for you. See, it's a different life. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. Hi, Fiona. Hi, lady. Hi, miss seeing your videos. I don't know why they ain't popping up. Maybe I'm unsubscribed. Welcome, sis. But yeah, it's just a different life. And so either you like it or you don't. For me, I was born and raised in the city. Y'all, I'm born and raised in New Jersey. That, for those who are not from America, I think everybody in here is from the West somewhere. They know where New Jersey is. Right next to New York. I was born and raised in a concrete jungle. Moved to Atlanta, a concrete jungle. Then I moved to Colorado. Not so much a concrete jungle, but it's a little bit more natural. And then I moved here. And you would think it would be hard for me to adjust, but it wasn't. I love it here. And I'm not even like an outdoorsy type of person. I never really been a hiker. I never really been like planting fruit and vegetables like southern people in the States do. But I like it here. I like the nature. I always like the beach now. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody like the beach. I like the ocean. I like the sand. I like green. I like the greenery, and I like nature. So I like it. I didn't have a hard time adjusting. It wasn't difficult. And they have very, very, yes, food, yes, fresh food, and fresh and less expensive. Actually, the fresh food is cheaper than the junk food. Here in Africa, the junk food costs more than the fresh food. So if you want something that snacks, like American snacks, it's gonna cost you more. Doritos and Oreo, all those things that's not even good for you, it's gonna cost you more. Here, the fresh food that's good for you is the more affordable food, the most affordable food. And sometimes it's free if you have trees in your yard, or if you have fruit and vegetables growing, and people plant stuff, like everything's growing, so sometimes you get stuff free. A lot of herbs and stuff like that is free because they grow, like lemongrass and aloe vera is in our yard. We have aloe vera, lemongrass, basil, and we have soursop leaves. We don't have the fruit, but we got the leaves. And we have and neem. So we have all that in our yard. So that's free. That's free. Yup, Panama is similar. Yup, I heard that. So yes, Fiona. Yes, it is easy to live here. It is modern. Dar is modern. So it may not be as modern as like Nairobi or Johannesburg or whatever, but it's modern enough for me because I don't even live. I live on the outskirts of the city area, and if I want to go into the city, I can. If I want to go to the mall, if I want to go to the European, the international restaurants, if I want to go to do the international stuff or the Western stuff, I can do that. But most of the time, I'm out cooking. I live here. I don't be doing the tourist stuff. I cook almost every single day, fam. I don't hardly eat out. The main time I might eat out is if I have a client. So I do consultations. So if a client comes, for me, since they consulted with me and they found value in my information and they paid me, sometimes I like to meet with them for lunch or coffee or tea, just to meet with them, just so we can see each other, we can exchange numbers. If they need my help with the phone, or if they have something if they get sick, anything could happen. So I like to meet with them so we can, chat, exchange numbers. whatever. So if they need me, then they can call me. So I always, and that's usually when I eat out, family, when I meet with people. I'll save my money, and when I know I'm going to meet with somebody, I just use my money and we go out to like a restaurant, or we'll go to the cafe, we go to the mall, and I show them different places. That's when I go places. But normally, my normal life, I cook every day. I got fruit stands where I live. I'm out, kind of outside the city, and we got a little grocery store. I got everything I need over here. I don't really have to go into the city area that much. I do everything at home, like, like I live here, so I don't do the tourist stuff that much. I cook when I was, yes, you did. Yes, I remember, Fiona. Yes, it is. I cook every day. That's how I'm able to survive, because I be on a budget. Y'all know I be on a budget. I don't have money like that. I have to live on a budget. So I have to cook. I got it. I have an awesome diet. I eat almost fresh fruit almost every day. I got the pineapple, the banana, the mango, avocado, watermelon. I got all these stuff I can just go around the corner and get. And then for dinner, you got your vegetables. I eat vegetables mainly. I don't eat that much meat. But when I desire meat, if I have a craving, I'll eat like fish, or I'll eat like a burger. They got a place that I can make my own burger, because they got a store. I can get the butcher has the hamburger meat. I can make a burger if I want it, or I can buy one, because they got a little shop, a little place they do American burgers. They taste pretty good. But for the most part, my diet is vegetables and fruit mainly. Yeah. And then every now and then I'll eat meat. I don't eat meat as much. But because, vegetables and fruit is less expensive. So, and you can eat so much of that all the time. So I stick with that diet. Yes, it's beautiful, fam. But some people who can't live without the Western. Right. I can't afford it, though. Look, Fiona, when you can't afford it, you gotta cook. If I want something Western, I will actually cook it. So, for example, if I crave soul food, I'll cook like whatever they have. I'll make a soul food. I usually do like a vegetable plate. So I'll make like greens, yams, macaroni, and I'll make sometimes macaroni, greens, and beans or something like that. But I'll make like different soul foods that I like, and I'll just make it the way I like how it tastes. And that'll be like a vegetable plate. Macaroni, greens, yams. Those are the kind of three things that, like, that soul food vibe. Maybe some fried fish. I do that. I cook all that. I'm not going to spend my money to go somewhere to get that, because it's not going to taste like I want it to taste. So you got to cook. If you move here and you from the West, you have to cook. If you crave a certain thing, especially us as Black Americans, we like certain soul foods. We can cook that ourselves. They got black eyed peas at the store. I made black eyed peas, greens, and yams, and macaroni and cheese one day. That's a vegetable plate. If I crave it, I just make it and I eat it. So you don't miss out on anything. You don't miss out on anything. You can make whatever you like. I like spaghetti. Every time I try to go somewhere and get it, they don't make it right. I make my own spaghetti, and when I do it and I share it with other people, they be like, "Oh, your spaghetti tastes good." I can cook my own stuff, fam. I can cook it the way I want. If I want some meatballs in my spaghetti, I'll make it. If I don't want meat, I just do a veggie spaghetti and I put different vegetables in there. Like, I make my own food, fam. And I enjoy it. And I don't feel like it's a burden, because I like to cook food I like to eat. I like to eat certain things, and I like to cook my own food because I know how I like it. So it's not a burden. Like, I like to cook, and I save money by cooking too. And it's healthier anyway. So when you're on a budget, you can do that here. You can do that here and not feel like, I see some people in America, like, they can't pay their rent and they living in cars and all this, and it's like, I don't feel like that. Even though I got to live on a budget, and even though things get tight for me, sometimes financially, things get tight, and I got to be on a budget until this money coming in, this money come. I got to wait on this date for this check and this, but I still be happy, because I still get good food and I get good tasting stuff. So I don't feel like I'm missing anything because I can't go to the mall. I don't feel like I'm missing anything because I can't go to a Western restaurant. Yes, I'm learning to love to cook. And I'm even starting to make smoothies because, I never really drank smoothies. I haven't. I never really drank smoothies. A lot of people, I used to see people and I'm like, that look like that's too much work. I just cut the fruit and eat it. But now I'm doing more smoothies now. I got a blender and I'm doing smoothies and I'm just doing a lot. I just be happy, family. I just be happy learning all these different ways to eat healthy, all these different natural herbs that I'm using, and I'm making different smoothies, the drink. Yes, this is the life. This is the life, fam. Y'all see my hair growing? You see my hair growing and everything? Look at my size. It's growing. I think it's because I've been, eating a pretty good diet, So my diet is pretty good. And yeah, been just taking care of myself and relaxing. Y'all know I sleep and get up when I want to. I'm a night person. That's why I'm up this late. It's pretty late here, y'all. But I sleep late. Y'all sleep late and then I be up late. I'm a night person. So, but I could do that because most of my people are on American time anyway. So I'll be trying to do things on the American time and not the Tanzanian time. So, but yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys and do it live and chat. I'm glad. I still got some people in here. I got 14 people. Anybody got any questions? Y'all want to ask me about Tanzania or life or adjusting or anything like that?
Can you work a garden in your yard right now?
On where we live, we have landscape. Some areas are landscape, but we got a lot of trees already, and it's already stuff growing. But no, I can't have a garden per se. But I have on my porch, I have like 4 steps, and so on each side of the steps, I have plants that I planted. And here in Tanzania, I think it's probably all across Africa, they use the water bottles for plants. So the bottom, they'll cut it like right here. They'll cut it and they use it as a planter and they put holes in the bottom. So on one side of my steps, I got 4 on one side and on the other side, and I planted the seeds. So what I do is when I eat fruit and stuff, I save the seeds. And I planted them in those pots, and they're all growing. So I'm learning, I'm practicing, but I'm doing it in the pots. So it's not in the ground, but I can actually take it out and replant it if I decide to take it with me. When I acquire land or whatever, I can take them with me and take them out the pots.
Okay, I will put my consultation information in there. Do you think you will build your own?
Yes, Fiona. Yes, I will. Now, Fiona, I don't know about a shamba, but maybe an organic garden, because my plan is to acquire a small plot, maybe 200, 300, 400, well, I would say 300, 400, 300 to 600 square meters. Small. And that's not that small, but something small, because I need a office location, because what I do is rent from locals for the business, because you gotta have an office, and I have to rent, but I need to acquire land to have an office. And then when I put the office there, of course I'm gonna live there, and I can do like an organic garden. I want an organic garden, so not really a shamba. Okay, I will put my consultation information in the let me go on this, in the chat for you, Brule. I will do that. But that is my next plan, Fiona. That's my next plan, is because I'm looking for small plots. I thought I had found one, but the way after I start really, it didn't work out, because some stuff wasn't right, so I had to restart all over looking. So now I gotta look in different areas. But I'm just trying to acquire something small so I could at least have an office there. I had that office while I'm not renting from a local to do business off of, renting from them. I need to acquire land to put my office on, and then live, and then grow fruit and stuff. Let me put my information in here. For consultations, you are welcome, family. Let me put my information in here. Okay. You are very welcome to contact me if you are interested in visiting Tanzania, doing business, relocating. Hit me up. I've been here for 5 years. I don't know everything, but I know a little bit of something. I'm just putting my so basically it's my email address. Just email me, Brule Desire. Email me at my email address, and then I'll give you the details about the consultations. Diaspora Connect 0x. Yeah, I just put my email address in there, so you can just email me, and then let's travel with Babalat. Hi, let's travel with Babalat. Thank you. Yes, Fiona, to build. Yes, to build. I have to build. I have to have an office, because I've been renting from locals to do. You gotta for the business office. So I need my own land to for the business. For the storefront, for the business front. And I'm doing other stuff too. So I need a physical, and I want my own, I don't want to have to rent it from somebody. I want to acquire it to put the office on. And then I could do other stuff. I can start expanding, because there's some other ideas that I'm trying to do, like maybe rentals, like maybe an Airbnb. I can do that under the business too. So I need to acquire some land. Yes, Fiona. Yes. Miss you too, Babala. Is it easy to find a job? No, it's not easy, Ronell. You can't find no job here. You got to be the job creator. There's no jobs in Africa. You gotta create the jobs. So you got to be an investor, meaning create a business or create jobs. We can't come here and expect to find a job. We are bringing jobs to help because they don't have enough jobs here for locals. So we can't take a local job, but we can create and use our skills to create jobs for the locals. So no, it's not easy to find a job. if you have a specialized skill, and you can online and see what kind of specialized skills the country might be looking for, then you might be able to find something like that. But I always recommend just create your own company, do your own thing, and then you can hire people. You may not make a whole lot initially, but it's a start. Wow, Fiona, wow. Okay. I see you love Asia, Fiona. You look like them people over there too. Except for you got melanin, but you know you got the same features with your eyes. I bet they love you over there, Fiona. When our teenagers hear that there are no jobs over there, they get discouraged and want to stay in America. Yeah, but you gotta encourage the teenagers or the young people being self-employed. Cultivate them with the mindset of not just working a job and working for other people, but being a creator. Gen Zs and younger, they need to be creating jobs because they're so smart and they're so sharp and they're computer savvy and they're on it. They could be creating jobs for people. They don't have to, teenagers don't have to work for other people. They can be teachers. If you come to Tanzania, or you can teach English. If you're a teenager, you can teach English to kids. You can teach sports to kids. You can teach whatever these teenagers are good at. They can teach it. That's a job. They can charge each child 5,000 T-shillings or something. They can make money here. So you can do things. There's a little Africa there in Asia. Oh, from all parts of Africa. Plus, wow, that's nice. Yes, I think I would be okay trying something on my own. Yes, try something. Y'all know, we don't never have the opportunity living in the West to use our own skills. We are so blessed. We're so intelligent. We have experience. We have skills. Even if we didn't go to college, we have experience. We have ideas and all kind of stuff where we can create something. You can come here and look at stuff and be like, you get ideas because you come here, because it's open for development. It's developing. So it's so much room for you to share your ideas. You can create jobs. You can teach people. We got skills. We don't need to be looking for no job. There is little Africa. Okay, yes, it will be okay. They have the football here. It's like soccer, but they don't have the football, American football, really, and they have the basketball. But if the guys can come here with that skill, teach the kids basketball, teach the kids football, the American kind, that would be something they can do. They can charge for it. It could be like a little camp. Come on now. We got stuff we can do. We don't have to be looking for no job. It ain't going to make family. It's not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you a whole lot of money. So you just got to know that. But it's a start. It's a start for you to connect with the community, for you to use your skills to make something, to do something, for you to cultivate yourself. You've been cultivating all these jobs in the West. Now it's time for you to look at yourself. It's time for you to focus on yourself and your people and develop your skills and your abilities. Use them to make money and to teach other people. I don't go to Zanzibar often, Fiona, because it's just too, it's too many different, Fiona. I'm not a big lover of Zanzibar. Yeah, I'm not a big lover of Zanzibar because when all those people, it's too many other, it's like America or something. I don't like it. I like the beauty of it and I like the ocean and, the beach and all that. That's what I like, but I don't like the people. Not the local people, but the foreign, the way the foreigners are, because it's reminding me of too much like the West stuff. All these white people and all this. I don't like all that, Fiona. Yeah, it's too many Mzungus over there. I can't. I'm tired of them. I don't want to be around them. There's places in Dar that we can go that's pretty. It's not it's not like Zanzibar, but they got pretty beaches in certain areas. The Bahari is not bad. Bahari Beach area is not bad. I can go there and I feel I be around all Africans and I feel fine. I don't have to be around a bunch of Germans and a bunch of Italians and Russians and I don't want to be around all them. I don't want to be around all them. I want to just see none but Africans. And where I am, Fiona, I'm in the local area. You don't see none but Africans, even when you go to the beach. I love it. I want to see nothing but melanation. I want to see melanin popping. Melanin popping, like yours, Fiona. I want to see. That's what I want to see. Cocoa Beach is big too. Yeah, Cocoa Beach is big. I like chocolate. That's what I want to see. I was buying property there. It could be affordable and it can also be expensive. It depends on where you get it from. That's right, Fiona. Ronell Jones said, how is buying property there? It could be affordable and it could be expensive because in Dar, it seemed like it's just as expensive. In some places in Dar, it's just as expensive. And Zanzibar could be just expensive as America, as the West. But then if you go out of the main, just like in any other place, all the main areas is going to be, main cities, everything's going to be upcharged. But if you go outside of those areas for land and stuff, it's ideal, it's better. Go to other places outside the Dar and look for land. Mwanza, Tanga, you got in Baya, you got more rural. Go look for land outside of Dar and you'll get a better price. Of course, you have to have a local though. You have to have a local to do it for you because they hear you speaking, they're going to upcharge. They have to have a local speak for you. Melissa, I like chocolate too. All right, Baba Love. Number one, that's right. Yes. Yes, I like to see some melanation. I've never lived around this much melanation in my life, family. I've been in America. I've been deprived. I've been around too many Mzungus. I want to eat, sleep, and dream African. That's all I want. That's all I want to see. When I walk out this door, I want to see African men. When I go to the store, I want to see African men. When I go to the beach, I want to see African men. Everywhere I go, fam, I want to see melanation. That's heaven to me. When I go to heaven, I know in heaven it's going to be none but melanation. That's what I want to see. Yes, the train. Yes, Fiona. Kidogo, poli. Babala. Still, I speak too much English, but when I'm out and about, Babala, I do speak Swahili because I have to. I'm in Tegeta, so I got to. All of them don't speak English over here. So I can ask for what I want. I ask for what I want to eat. I can greet. I give directions. Moja kwa moja, kulia kushoto. I can say, have a good evening, usiku wema, salama, mambo, habari yako. I can speak certain things with greetings, but I just don't, speak it when I'm talking English. Yes, you can connect when you visit, let's connect. Yes. When you visit Ronell, email me and we'll meet for coffee and tea. I like to meet for coffee and tea. When you come from the West, even if you don't consult with me and you already come or whatever, we can still meet because I like to put a face with you, put a face together and, you might have questions. I like to just connect. So we can do that. Yep, we can connect when you get here. We can have tea and coffee. You holding on to your Swahili words? Fiona, when you going to Burkina Faso? I'm going to get over there one day. I'm trying to wait and let everybody go so they can do videos so I can see what it's like. And then Once I get everything situated over on this end, I need to go visit Burkina Faso. I like Captain Traore. I like what he's doing. He's doing big things. He is doing big things. Y'all made homemade tea. I made homemade lemon tea, lemon iced tea. It was so good. I don't have to buy that, family. I can make that myself. Oh, okay. Okay, well, you said what is my office phone? Are you in? Do you want just email me. Ronell Jones, email me. And then we can exchange numbers. Because I don't want to put my numbers on here. So email me and then I'll give you all the details. So Fiona, you going to Burkina Faso? I know I'm going too. I gotta go over there. I gotta check Burkina Bay's out. I like what they doing over there. I like how they're talking on in West Africa. I know I'm an East African woman. I know I love me some East Africa, but West Africa is doing big things. West Africa is doing big things. And they got some handsome looking men over there too. I'm just saying. They got all the melanation going on over there in West Africa. They looking good over here in Tanzania. I ain't saying, they ain't slacking over here in East Africa. These men look good too. Yes, my email. I'm gonna put my email in here right now. Email. So you can email me and we can exchange details and then we can connect. I like to meet with our people, have coffee, have tea, just to lay eyes on them. See, the good thing about that is if something happens, because we're over here away from our family in the West, right? And anything can happen. It's good to have, people that you talk to that you know. So you exchange numbers or whatever. So if something were to happen, they can reach out, to your family or anything. It's just good to have connections if you're in the same country. That's all. Have somewhat. I'm not in group. I know a lot of people. So, So I give people my email and stuff, and we keep stay in touch. And if they need me for something or whatever, then they can call me. That's what I'm here for. That's what I've been here for 5 years for y'all. I've been here for y'all. I've been here for me too. But I'm here for you too. I am here for you too. All right, fam. I guess I'll end this live. We've been going for some hours, fam. It's been nice though. I like chatting, just seeing how everybody's doing and encouraging everybody. And you're welcome so much, Ronell. And be encouraged if you're in America, and just be encouraged. And if you're interested in visiting Africa somewhere, reach out to any of us. We got people everywhere, family. If not Tanzania, we got Kenya, we got Uganda, Rwanda. We got people everywhere. We got even people in Asia. We got people everywhere. So reach out to our people, Panama, everywhere. So reach out and let some of us connect with you, and we can help you. Nice to see you too, Dada. Nice to see you too. So anyway, fam, thank you so much, and I guess I see you guys in the next video or live. And thank you so much. Don't forget the thumbs up, and see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.